Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. So Nintendo surprised us last Thursday with the announcement and release of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube app on NSO for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I was really excited about this. This gave me the opportunity to play through a game that I haven't played through in a long time, but also a game that means a lot to me personally. At the time of the GameCube release in 2001, I was in early high school and we had several consoles, but I did have an older brother and he bought the PlayStation 2, so it was his, and the N64 and stuff was just something that our parents had bought for us years before. So the GameCube was the first console that I saved up for and bought with my own money. It's also unfortunately when I discovered that I could trade in old games at GameStop to be able to get credit towards new games, which started a long habit that I deeply regret now, but we'll go into that a different time. I remember my dad taking me there, and with the money I had saved up in the games that I was trading in, I was able to purchase one black GameCube and a used copy of Luigi's Mansion. I didn't know really what to expect. Most Nintendo launch titles up until now had been Mario and platformers and 3D platformers in the case of the N64. And here comes Luigi's Mansion, which was entirely different. It had this spooky vibe to it, not the cheerful atmosphere that we were used to in Nintendo first-party games. But it also had a different style of play, being that you're going into this mansion and finding ghosts and vacuuming them up. I grew up loving Ghostbusters, so this was exciting for me for multiple reasons. I finally got that Ghostbusters game that I had been waiting for a long time. But also, this is where Nintendo really established a personality for Luigi that was different from his brother Mario. Where his brother was heroic and cheerful, you saw Luigi who was terrified and very emotive, and you could see all of this personality in his character. Before we go any further, if you do find yourself enjoying this video or others like it, please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it does help the channel out. Alright, let's jump in. So I picked it up and got home, hooked up the system, and was so excited to try it out, and it's something that clicked with me instantly. The graphics and the gameplay were also impressive coming from the Nintendo 64, and even some of the early PlayStation 2 games I saw at the time. So when this dropped on the 30th, I didn't really waste any time. I actually came back from a trip and had my Switch on me, but it just kind of lined up where I could come home and download that update and be able to jump right into this game. And honestly, my first reaction was how I was blown away that this game has held up amazingly. I still have more than one GameCube actually, but over time I unfortunately lost this disc. It's probably something I should collect again eventually, but I haven't played the original game in forever. And I know that we do have the other two games on the Nintendo Switch already, which I have enjoyed, but there's just something so special about this one to me. The game looks stunning even all these years later. Sure, it's been up-res with the GameCube emulator software on the Switch, but there's something about it that makes it just so timeless. It cleans up amazingly, and these graphics still hold up today. You can tell that it wasn't a game that was necessarily developed in 2025, but it honestly doesn't feel like it's almost 25 years old at this point, which is mind-blowing. The gameplay is also something that surprised me. I remember playing Luigi's Mansion 3 on release day back in 2019, and from what I can tell, the controls worked amazingly well. Playing this now, I can't really tell much of a difference. Now, granted, it's been 6 years since the last time I've played Luigi's Mansion 3, but I would say my only complaint here is the C-Stick implementation, and I am playing with the GameCube controller here. But this was Nintendo's first attempt at a dual-stick shooter type game, and while it's held up pretty well, I do think that you can feel some of its age in that bit of the gameplay. While I did play most of it on the TV with the GameCube controller, I did play a solid hour or so in handheld mode, and surprisingly the controls feel great there too. honestly, maybe even better, because I do think that the analog stick on the Joy-Con is maybe just a little bit better than the C-Stick, but obviously it doesn't have that nostalgia tied to it, so my preferred method is still on the TV with the controller. The only other complaint I have really is just a complaint across the board with the emulation on Switch and Switch 2 is, what are these black bars? Can we just have a black screen? It would look incredible on this OLED TV. Please let me remove the weird black graphics on the side of the screen. Thank you. The other thing that popped out to me that I forgot was how much this game will burrow into your brain. You'll just be walking around the house doing chores or walking the dogs or anything like that, and all you can do is hum these songs or whistle them that Luigi does throughout the mansion to try and calm himself while he's clearly terrified. I honestly can't get it out of my head. I don't want to say that this isn't nostalgia goggles talking, but I do think that the GameCube is the first generation of Nintendo that we've seen that you can go back and play most of these games today and you don't really notice their age. It feels like something that could have just released last year, to be honest. And there's obviously several other GameCube games that I do want to see on the service over time, but this was the first one that really made me pop, outside of Wind Waker, of course. One of the greatest of all time. I haven't quite finished it yet, but I would say that I'm about 70 to 80% of the way through, and I will likely finish it here tonight or tomorrow, as I do want to be wrapped up before Age of Imprisonment comes out here in a few days. Honestly, if you had told 14-year-old me that one day you'd be able to play these games in the palm of your hands on the go anywhere you'd went, I would probably call you a liar, but it would also blow my mind, and it's here. We're living it. This is a game that defined my childhood, and I can't believe that in 2025, this is just here as part of my subscription. Don't get me wrong, I would honestly probably rather just be able to buy it and own it, maybe even have a physical copy. That would be amazing, but with this being the option that we have, it's not such a bad one. It's also incredible to me that Nintendo is just putting so much love and effort into recreating these controllers so that we can experience these games in their original form and the way they were meant to be played. Sure, they're gonna sell it to us being NSO members already, but if I'm buying it, then I'm the problem, I guess. I don't know, man. I love modern games, but there's something about this one that sticks out. And while I love Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and a lot of these other recent Nintendo releases, there's just something about this era that you can't really recreate, and it's great to revisit these and have those experiences again. I don't know what the point of this was. It's not really a review. It's just me kind of rambling in front of a camera talking about something that I'm excited about, something that I have fond memories of and brings me great joy, and something that I enjoyed playing again for the first time in nearly 25 years. Honestly, if this is the quality of the emulation we can expect for these GameCube games, then I have a lot to be excited about. I think we all do, especially those that, like me, did grow up in that GameCube era. But I'd like to hear from you. Have you played Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube app yet? Or are there any other games on here that you've enjoyed playing? What other games would you like to see come to the service? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. I'll likely be creating a video for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment early next week as I get some time with the game, and I've got some other great ideas for videos to come soon, so subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Bye for now.